Hello, welcome back to Sonic Chaos with Gigapolis Zone, or Gigapolis Zone, depending on which version of the game you're playing. This one scored a couple of outtakes. Not really the zone still of course one out of sheer stupidity on my part. Which is, bound to happen every so often. Because the zone doesn't really offer anything in the way of resistance. Let's put it this way, we are done with Act 1. Not joking, there we go, Act 1's done. It's the things connected to the zone offering resistance. Not this bit is just here. In fact, I'm not even holding anything on the controls, I'm just letting nature take its course. These are the pipes from Sonic 2 on the Game Gear, and they work exactly the same way. So, when you reach a junction, if you hold a direction, you'll go travel that direction. Or Sonic picks a direction, one of the two. So, at a certain point, you want to start holding up. And you'll just get a Chaos Emerald. Like that. Simple. Act 2 slot was slightly more resistance than Act 1. But the Game Gear Green Hill boss offered more resistance than Act 1. So there's not really a lot to say there. However, we are followed by a difficult special stage. Now it's not too bad once you practice it, but having to practice it is something in Sonic Chaos is just mind-boggling. Normally you can just wing this game completely. So, like Act 1, most of your rings are right at the start of the act. There we go. Now I could enter the first stage slightly earlier than I do. That requires jumping at a certain point, and why bother putting any risk into this? Why just jump on this platform and grab some rings and jump across here and grab the remaining rings. This special stage, right, how to describe this? This is all about taking a certain route or two. There's like two routes you can take, but basically past a certain point, like you can go above this or below, it doesn't make much difference at the time. Here, you want to take this set of rocket bridge, which is the second set in the stage. There's another set you really don't want to be taking. Backtrack here. Do a jump. Stop that Sonic. Do a spin jump over here, and grab this last pair of rocket boots. These are the fourth set of rocket boots in the stage. And the Chaos Emerald is yours. Mess up at any point, and you generally don't have enough time to correct. You can mess up, like you can overshoot yourself, fine. But messing up by taking, say, the wrong set of rocket boots, or the wrong path, and you lose. So I found that route there is the most reliable way of getting through that special stage. So there's like, you just skip the first set, because obviously it's a detour of too many seconds. You need the second set. You don't want the third set because that just generally drops you off who knows where. Usually in a bad spot that's difficult to get out of. And you outright need the last set in order to reach the Chaos Emerald. So anyway, we have a boss coming up who has all the health of an asthmatic ant, but has still managed to cause outtakes because of course it has. How does boss work? It throws an orb over you. Then it throws it towards you on the ground, throws it over you again, and rinse and repeat, and is dead. Beating that boss is all about waiting out the right attacks. There's a little bit of RNG involved because its timing is not consistent, but anyway, it's not going to kill you, but there's still an outtake to that stupid boss because yes, of course the bloody is. Although if I do this on my first attempt, I will be amazed. Ah! I chickened out and didn't hit the boss. Oh. Hey, an outtake. A legitimate outtake. It's the correct version of the name. I don't really give a crap. Anyway, this is home to possibly, bear with me, the shortest zone act in the game. And we're done. Not even kidding. Do I actually need to pick up those rings? I need to pick up these rings. I didn't know that. I did not realise I'd actually pick up these rings. Oh well, learn something new every day. So here we want to sort of grab these. Not do that. 1, 2, stand, jump. Don't do that. Yeah. And that's just happens to be spikes there. Sonic, don't go backwards over the thing. So can I give a quick look to the Master System version of the game, with a different spelling for the zone name, for a start, and also a different piece of music for the zone, which is a bit strange. An example of the Master System is lagging with nothing on screen. And here's the boss. Primary difference here is its timing seems to be a lot more lenient. I don't know if it's just... maybe it isn't lenient, and it's just the screen size is a major boon. But the boss seems a lot easier on the Master System, despite having more hit points. It's really weird. Okay, so analysis of the stage. What stage? The stage doesn't exist. The rings are literally, for the essential stage, are literally at the start of the level. What can you say about it? There's nothing. There's nothing there. You backtrack a little, you get especially into the special stage. Bang. There's simply nothing there. On the other hand, the other two segments of this level, the special stage, well, not the first one, obviously. The second special stage of the stage is legitimately quite difficult. It took about 5 practice sessions to get the path down. That's about looking at the SM map, which is still a fair bit. On an average playthrough, that's enough to ruin your chance of the special stage. So by that standard, it's a hard special stage. Once you know your path, you're getting through it every time, but before then, it's gonna knock you about. It's just a hard special stage, conceptually, rather than mechanically, if that makes sense. It's a weird one. So, for the special stage itself, I am awarding it a 4 out of 10. It can't rate it too high because mechanically it's not that hard, but conceptually, yeah, that's just on a conceptual basis. We're also left with the boss of the level. It's got no hit points. It's about as healthy as a Mario boss, and that's saying something. On the other hand, it also has some that wasn't shown off in the video, and that's RNG. It actually legitimately has random luck shenanigans going on. Its timing is not consistent from my own playthroughs of this game. It will happily launch its orbs off one after the other without taking a break. It can just straight up do that, although that didn't happen in this video. So if it does that, there's no way of dodging it. It's very unlikely, but it can actually happen. So the boss actually offers some sort of challenge by sheer luck shenanigans, which didn't affect me this recording, but they have affected me on past playthroughs of the game, and I'm going to take that factor that into the equation. The timing for everything is also kind of tight on the boss, so I can't knowingly award it a 1. I'm actually going to award the boss 3. I know, you may think that's a bit silly, and I agree with you, but it's just sort of... I can't classify it as an easy boss for no damage run, and yeah, it can happily screw you over. Next up is the Sleeping Egg Zone. Well, the zones are already getting weird, so I'll see you then.